having a hard time negotiating with these sellers? Majority of the time, it's not about you. I know you think it's about you. I know you think you're talking, you're stuttering, you're doing a whole bunch of stuff. You're only thinking of you. But it's not about you. Make the seller know it's about them and not you. And let's just jump right into today's tips on how you can do better negotiating. Kind of like what I said in my intro. It's about the seller. Find out the seller's motivation first. This is the key. And the only way you can find the seller's motivation is by listening. Stop talking. Stop introducing yourself. Stop saying, hey, hi, I'm this, I'm that. Crediting yourself, making sure everybody knows that you're an investor. You've been an investor for years, decades. No. Actually, that actually makes them just want to hang up the phone, because they can smell that all you want is their house, their property. Don't introduce yourself as a real estate investor, a real estate agent, a real estate, anything. Don't. That's a whole nother video. But do not tell these sellers the first 5 seconds that you're a real estate agent, investor, wherever you are, whoever you are. Do not tell them, because they will hang up the phone. They're getting 50 million calls. You're not the first one. Make sure you're making this all about the seller. Find out what is making them hurt. Why are they staying up at night? Why is this house bothering their peace? And go after that. Meaning, find a solution to that problem they have. Majority of the time, these sellers have an issue. The reason you're making this call is because you believe their property is a good wholesale property. So you wouldn't make this call if it wasn't. So majority of the time, they've been getting calls. Now, how can you separate yourself and get the deal? Is by making them seem like a person. This is huge in negotiating. Majority of the times we think it's, we just have to be the best at numbers, calculating this and that. No, it's actually just being a person, being a human, treating them like a family member, treating them how you treat your friends, how you call your friends and you ask about their day and you ask them how they're doing and you ask every detail about them. This is what you need to be doing with these sellers. In order to get the deal, they want to feel like they mean something to you. So you have to be key to make them feel that way. And the only way to do so is listening. And if you listen more than you talk, you will get the deal, because you're going to find out exactly why they need to sell and why they haven't sold already. Because most of the time they'll disclose why they've never gone with anybody else. And that will be a good leverage for you when you're actually going into the negotiating the deal part in the numbers. But number one tip is stop talking about yourself. Listen, and find those pain points, because you will. And those are where your solution needs to be built on. Second tip that I have, present yourself when you get that chance to speak, present yourself as the solution. This is huge. When you get the chance to disclose who you are and why you want their property, you don't have much time. You have about 2 to 3 seconds before they hang up on you. So you have to make sure in those 2 to 3 seconds you're saying something of value. How can you be of a solution to them? That's what they want to know. That's all they want to know. First of all, you took time out of their day, you just called them, and now you're actually speaking to them and they just want to get you off the phone. What do you have to offer to them? Now, when I make that video about how you guys can really from start to finish start your wholesaling business, one of the things I say is create it as a business that you're going to think that this is going to last decades, that this is going to be a lasting business and it's going to be a big company. Create it as such, and you're going to attract that. And so when you are presenting the seller, you have a solution. You actually have a business around what you're saying. Now you can also offer them a website to go to. You can offer them a newsletter you can send them through email. You can offer them a text message outline that you have already designed and laid out. All these things will help you be accredited with the seller, and it will actually show them some solutions you actually have for them, their property, and not just them. That you're going to show them that you're not after them. You're actually after solving them and solving the problem they may have. Third tip that I have is to make sure you remain silent. Silence is the key. Sometimes in those subtle pauses, it gives the seller time to think about what you said. It gives the seller time to actually say, oh wait, I gotta respond. So now you're actually allowing these sellers to actually respond to you. Instead of you just keep talking, like I mentioned in the beginning, you have to do more listening than you do talking. And when you do talk, pause, wait, understand, let them speak next. Let them speak and give them that time to literally disclose what they need to disclose to you. And in that silence, deals are made. So let them sit and think about it. Don't, because of that silence, you want to speak. Because sometimes they'll hold the silence a little longer than you would have liked, and you think you need to come and speak. No. They will eventually speak, and let that happen. Don't interrupt what God is doing, which is the work He's doing in the process of you getting this deal. Don't interrupt it. Let them speak. Fourth tip to enhance your negotiation skills is create a sense of urgency. Now, this is big, and you have to find out how to do it in a way that doesn't look like desperation. Okay, and that is huge because they can smell desperation. They can smell that you just want their property right now and you need this deal. You don't want these sellers to think that you're going to make money on their deal. Sense of you need this deal. Like everything else falls out of place. You need this deal. You don't want sellers to think about it like that. And you don't want to approach it like that. You need to make sure that when you're letting them feel a sense of urgency, you're doing it in a way that actually connects with the seller and shows them that the problem they have is urgent, not the house selling. The problem they have is the urgency, not the property. Okay, and that is huge. That will actually get you the win that you're looking for. Because if you say, well, you need to sell this house, they're going to be like, well, no, I don't need to sell this house. I do have other B and C options, but you don't want them to see those B and C options. You want them to see option A, which is go with you. And so in order to show them the urgency is the problem they have, what's keeping them up at night and not giving them rest or peace, that is what is urgent. Their rest. Okay? That is what is urgent that they need to get out. Okay, I had somebody in Brooklyn that I was working with, and her urgency was that she was in pre-foreclosure, and she was very frustrated with the fact that she kept getting mail under her name and that they were saying that they're going to send her to the credit bureau and all these things. And so her pain point was the fact that she just didn't want her name being written off. It looked bad for her name. So that was what was urgent, to get her name off the property, not the property itself, but in turn, of course, she's going to have to sell the property to do so. So make sure the problem is the urgency, not the home. Fifth way you can improve your negotiation skills is using what if scenarios. Now, this is big. For some reason, in general, us as people, we love the idea of kind of like a fantasy thinking world, right? We love the idea of what if this happened? What if? This becomes great because you're also dealing with another human, because most likely they're going to think these kind of scenarios as well. So if you present a what if scenario, what if you lowered the price? What if I gave you, instead of 30 days, 10 days? What if I paid for the bathroom that you were going to get $20,000 off from, but now I actually pay the $5,000 to get it fixed? Because majority of the time, if you don't get something fixed right away, they're going to take it down on the price. But sometimes you can find it cheaper by another construction worker than the price they're going to actually take out of the lump sum you would get. So you can offer different scenarios. What if scenarios work very well in all the niches that I mentioned in my last video, which I'll link down below. But if you're finding any value so far in this video, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what videos you guys want to see. And subscribe to this channel, like this video, and let's continue. But it is so important that you guys do those what if scenarios. And I promise you, they work very well. They work so well to the degree that it actually could turn a no into a yes. Do your best and find those scenarios before you make the calls. Write down some what ifs. If the conversation gets that far, you have something to pull from. Tip number 5 to enhance your negotiation skills is to justify your offer. What is it that you're using? You need to have data collected to show these sellers why you're coming up with the price you're coming up with. Your local market. Show them what has sold and what is being sold and why you're coming up with the offer you're coming up with. And show them maybe the repairs you need to do and the year has been dated, the square footage, why you need the price you need. Don't just tell these sellers and don't give them any explanation, okay? They want to know why. They've invested a lot into this property. They believe it's worth this, but it's not because of the years they actually lived in it and there's a lot of repairs needed, or it's just very outdated. Again, they need the explanation. Just like anybody, just like your 2-year-old at your house, they're asking you why? Because they want an explanation. They need to know why. Not to do something and why to do something. When you're giving them the offer you want, you're explaining exactly why you need it done at this price. Well, I hope you guys found value from this video. If you did, subscribe to this channel, like this video, leave me a comment down below of what videos you guys want to see, and God bless you. Have a blessed rest of your day. See you soon. Bye.